Hello, good evening and welcome to Prime Sports here on the Joint News channel with me, Owuraku Ampofo, and it's been all smiles for Asante Kotoko fans because the club have officially won the 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League title after holding out for a draw against Ashanti Gold on Thursday. The Porcupine Warriors heading into the outstanding game against their rivals needed just 1 point after Heart of Oak failed to beat Kerala United on Monday. Here are the highlights of the Porcupine Warriors as they won the league title this afternoon. Let's now take a look at the league table to understand why Kotoko are already champions with 3 games to go. So there you have it. The Ghana Premier League is based on a head-to-head when 2 teams do finish tied on points. So the tiebreaker is head-to-head. And as you can see from the table, 3 more games to go. Bichem United and Mediama cannot catch Kotoko because it's a 10-point gap. And Heart of Oak can catch Kotoko on points. However, in terms of a head-to-head, Asante Kotoko lead on that score this season. And so no matter what Heart of Oak do, they cannot pass Asante Kotoko in the league table. So essentially, Asante Kotoko have been crowned the 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League champions. Well, it's been an incredible season for Asante Kotoko, and we'll be taking a look at their numbers also as to why they have or are crowned champions. They have been impeccable at times, almost unstoppable, with 60 points so far after 31 games due to their 17 wins, 9 draws, 5 losses, scoring 43 goals and conceding 18, which is the least so far, plus 24 goal difference. And they will next have their eye on Heart of Oak's tally of 61 points when they won the league last season. And I'm sure Prosper Nate Ogum would want to surpass that as well. Speaking of Prosper Nate Ogum, he is proud to lead Asante Kotoko to their 26th Premier League title.
Great, wonderful. First season with a greater number of players who are new players in the club. They've never tasted premiership before, but then we have come, we have led, we have cared, we have inspired, and we have conquered.
Amazing stuff here. And when this game kicked off, I knew it that at the end of the day, if you had 1 point from this place, you will become the league champions. But how nervous were your boys in the first starting moment of the game?
I think we didn't start well, and I saw it from our warm-up. They weren't their usual self when we are going in for a warm-up. They looked slow, and I think that actually affected us in the start of the game. Actually, it wasn't one of the best days at the office with respect to our performance today. The defensive line didn't look that organized. They looked slow. There were a lot of spaces between them, which wasn't the best. It gave us good opportunity to exploit those spaces. But then, I think the second half, we came back, we looked better. We got 1 free kick, and that was it. We needed just the point to get the trophy.
Quality moments there, that free kick and the header from Maxwell Ajiman. How happy are you for those 2 towering defenders? I mean, Apple scored last week. He made an error today, but Maxwell Ajiman scored again, and those 2 have been really good getting to the last days of the league.
Yeah, I'm happy for them. It's good. I mean, in the absence of our typical usual centre backs, they've been able to hold the fort, and in the games that they have played, it has made us to be able to win the league. So congratulations to them. There's more work to be done, which is obvious, and we have to do that.
Let's now come back to Ghana and focus on university games because University of Ghana will participate in the 10th Federation of African University Sports, also known as FASU. The games scheduled from June 6 to June 10 this year, 2022, at the Kenyatta University, Nairobi, Kenya. University of Ghana will be making a 3rd appearance at the biggest tertiary sports festival on the African continent since the rules were changed for individual universities from countries to participate in games rather than national university delegations. Now, out of the 12 disciplines, the University of Ghana would participate in 5, namely athletics, basketball, badminton, table tennis, and then tennis itself. The University of Ghana basketball team would also attempt to defend this trophy, which they won back-to-back in 2016 and then 2018. The FASU Games did not come off in 2020 due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Joining us via Zoom is Dr. Bella Bello Bitigu, who is the Director of Sports for UG. It's a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Bello, this evening. First off, can you weigh in on the level of preparations of the athletes ahead of the Games?
Thank you very much. Good evening to your viewers and listeners. And clearly, it's also an honor for me to be invited by your station. Yes, we got to know, that the FASU Games was coming off. Last year, it didn't come off. The year before, both were postponed. And finally, around February, March this year, it was announced. But because we were foreseeing a relaxation in the restriction to allow sporting activities, we started our training since December, wanting to keep our athletes in shape and to most importantly also defend the basketball title. So we have been in camp, non-residential camp since 4 weeks ago, but training started since March, April. And we are now in full camping, that is residential, and we have been training. All our teams are participating effectively, and they are training very seriously. Because of the stadium for the Africa Games, we do not have a tartan track, so we use the Owuraku for the athletics. But the others, basketball, we use our courts, and the others, we use our halls and some in town. So preparations have gone on very well. Management of the university has supported us, and we have everything in place, just waiting for the flight on Sunday to move and go and represent the University of Ghana.
Well, the Games did not come on in 2020. That gap, how do you think that affected you as a university and your athletes?
Oh, it has affected us so much. Because if you are in sports, the major thing that keeps you in shape is competition. If you don't have competitions, you cannot keep in shape. You cannot also determine whether you are peaking, you are plateauing, or you are falling. But we have done our best. We have been doing the endurance, the skill, and the strength training all this while. But in terms of competition, we have also tried to join the basketball league for Greater Accra, and our athletes have been playing different competitions, championships, opens, etc., all over in Ghana. And you will recall that we had the GAA Athletics Championships, we had the Ghana Fastest, we also had some table tennis open and some friendlies. It has affected us, but since that is our work, we have tried to keep the people, the students in shape and working very hard, getting ready for the championship in Kenyatta University in Nairobi from Monday next week.
And what are your expectations heading into the tournament?
Well, you go to a tournament with the expectations that you will exploit, you will explore, and you will win, you conquer, and you come back with the medals. That is exactly what we are trying to do. Our athletes are young, they have been nurtured. It's a homegrown thing, a patient investment. We have tried as much as possible to give them all that they require and all that they need with our versed and tested coaches. We have won the basketball back-to-back 2016, 2018. We are hoping to set the enviable record of 3 in a row, even though the 2 in a row in itself is a record. And of course, we have athletes like, Grace Obuo, the bronze medalist at the last African Games. We have Aziz, the champion. We have a few who are really well versed. So we are trying our best, and we want to go and represent Ghana and win the gold and come. And remember, a few of our athletes are also in the national team, both junior and senior, and some of them are even have qualified for the Commonwealth Games, and some are going through the qualification. And we are hoping that we will make Ghana proud and beat the other partners, other universities, and come back home and present a very solid team to contribute towards Ghana's strong team for the African Games and Commonwealth Games, as well as Olympic Games in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Bella Bello Bitigu, who is the sports director of the University of Ghana, and he would be leading the team as they go to Africa once again on Sunday to compete with other universities. We do wish them all the best. To some boxing now, where the Ghana Boxing Authority has smoked the peace pipe, and that's a story that we'll be bringing you. They smoked the peace pipe with the managers of Samuel JC, following a disagreement earlier concerning, the boxing percentages and all that. But that's a story that we'll be bringing you after this break. Welcome back from the break. You're still live here on Prime Sports on the Joy News channel. Let's do some boxing where, as I stated before we went on that break, the boxing authorities have now smoked a peace pipe with Samuel Techi, who recently won that bronze medal at the Olympic Games. And this peace pipe was over a disagreement of a percentage of his purse ahead of his bout in South Africa. Let's go onto the website of the Ghana Boxing Authority to share a press statement which was released earlier today. And it reads, as anticipated by the Ghana Boxing Authority and as a statutory board in charge of professional boxing in Ghana to tackle and resolve any problem, it's imperative to inform the general public of the impasse between the Ghana Boxing Authority and managers of Samuel Techi has been amicably resolved this morning at the Ghana Boxing Authority Secretariat in Accra. The manager of Samuel Techi, Mr. Mustafa Korte, who is the son of Korte, paid a courtesy call on the GBA president, Ibrahim Kote-Nikwe, at the GBA Secretariat this morning, accompanied by his boxer Samuel Techi, to help resolve the impasse between them amicably. Mr. Mustafa Korte expressed his readiness to work with the GBA on how to help push forward the developmental agenda of professional boxing in Ghana. And there's a quote there saying that I am here this morning to first of all apologize for what might have happened yesterday between GBA and my dad. As the manager of Samuel Techi, I'm here to guide him sign the GBA undertaking concerning boxers 2% purse. That's the development levy, said Mustafa Korte. The GBA president, Ibrahim Kote-Nikwe, expressed his profound gratitude to Mustafa Korte for his high sense of creativity and crisis management skills to instantaneously come to the GBA for an amicable settlement of an issue that has gone viral. Let's talk about tennis now, where teenage sensation Tracy Appiah has emerged champion of the second edition of the Tennis Chick tournament. We have more for you in the following report.
Tracy Appiah produced incredible tennis to defeat number 2 contender Laurentia Agogobia 6-3, 6-2 in the singles category. The 15-year-old, a student of Accra Girls Senior High School, is a member of the Ghana team which will compete in the Billie Jean King Cup in Macedonia. The 2022 edition of the Tennis Chick tournament saw over 65 young ladies participating in the event that came off at the Sakumono Tennis Club. Here is Ruweda Lamte, founder of Tennis Chick Club.
There are so many women that have played tennis for almost 10 years, 15 years, and nobody knows them. So this is to celebrate them and then unveil the faces behind the racket. Oh, yes, massive turnout. I mean, first and foremost, God did it for us. No rains, and the professionals are here. There are about 10 of them playing, and the social big numbers, like 23 pairs. So it's a very, very good. If you ask me, like 80% turnout here, and then the programs are doing so well.
Before we wrap up, let's just give you update on the Black Satellites, who today were involved in the game against Indonesia. Let's get some quotes from Karim Zito as the team were beaten 1-0 against Indonesia. That essentially means that the Black Stars Lions have been knocked out of the 2022 edition of the Maurice Revello tournament. Used to be called the Toulon tournament. Now he says that when you look at today's match, we created all the chances, and that's what I call the injustice of football. Now those who are not here will blame the coach, but I did my side as a coach. He goes on to say, we had so many chances. Putting the ball at the back of the net is the duty of the player, not me. So at the end of the day, in terms of play, Ghana was high, but in terms of scoring, Ghana was low. He also adds, so I'm very disappointed. I wasn't disappointed against Mexico, but I'm disappointed with this match versus Indonesia, because at least we shouldn't have lost that game. We should have drawn. He ends by saying that putting the ball at the back of the net is the ability and capability of the player. It's not me. What I did yesterday was to work on goal scoring, and everything we did came to pass, but they couldn't put the ball at the back of the net. But anyway, he concludes, at the end of the day, it's the coach. I agree. The generation of under 20 are very talented. We consider results more than development, where I'm coming from, so definitely. But you've seen them. They are not bad players, but because we're not getting the results, it will end up that the boys are not good. But to me as a developer, I'll tell you that the boys are good. They have something in them that if we're able to keep them together and develop it, the senior national team will be okay. Well, Ghana still out of the tournament with one game left to play. But that's how we'll be wrapping up here on Prime Sports. My name is Owuraku Ampofo. If you're after some more sports stories, you can follow us on social media at Joy Sports GH, or you can also check our website, myjoyonline.com/sports. We're back again, same time tomorrow, to get you ready for another weekend in the world of sports. It's bye for now.